Hey everybody, this is Peter Palmiotti. Welcome. Yeah, it's been too long. Month flew by, and yeah, this past month was not so great. All right, so I gotta get a little set up, but I was gonna do a bunch of the building work, but my teeny tiny reprograph crapped out, so I'm probably just ink a bunch of small figures or something. All right, so hopefully this sounds okay. It's not picking up my AC too much. Um, Apologize for noises and whatnot. Um, let's see, where am I? Hey, Salazar, aka Frank. Welcome. Um, so yeah, because of my setup, I don't really see the chat, but I'll try to look at it every once in a while. What's been going on? Let's see. Yeah, really. I really wanted to do some building stuff, but okay. I guess I'll work over here. Um, boop. So let's see. Not sure, but I've watched the last couple of episodes over on Jeff Lafferty's channel, and I caught the last night's episode, and he invited me to join the show. So I sent him a message. We'll see. Maybe I'll be on the ARTCASTERS later tonight, or for me, it will be early in the morning. But we'll see. So yeah, I mean, really need to just get back into business. Between COVID and the going on with the world today, getting too distracted. Need to get this book done. Apologies if the camera angle is not the best, but my sort of setup is kind of a work with me situation where I can gab on and talk about things, and if you got some art going on or comic work yourself, you can just sort of listen and work. That's the theory anyway. But yeah, we're getting into June now, and it's heating up around here. I'm out in Kentucky. Anybody watching doesn't know. And being traditional, humidity is definitely a factor. when it comes to inking. So yeah, so this weekend, what I did is I really spent a lot of time on working on my studio. So I got it split off into 3 different rooms now. I got some stuff in my kitchen. I got some stuff in my bedroom. But mostly it's in what is technically my living room. And I got an app to where I'm gonna hopefully use it. We'll see how it goes. Trying to just focus on daily habits and see if that works best for me. Because at my peak, it's like I don't have to think about it. I roll out of bed and get to work and get pages done and get books done. But it's been too long since I've really been at my peak. So I want to focus on just the daily habits. There goes my AC. The daily habits to get you there. And we'll see how that goes. You know, it's like definitely working on retro is a priority. I have some paying gigs that sort of take more priority because I gotta bring in the money. Then there's, one of the things about my studio is I have all this paperwork and bills and artwork and lists and whatnot. I got to start filing that stuff. It would definitely help me do business better. So I'm going to spend some time. Oh, man, I don't know if it's the humidity affecting, but the lines are coming out a little dotty. I'm a bit of a perfectionist. It's okay. Can always clean up in post. So yeah, get this app and see if it will help me get on track with a bunch of things. One of the things is like I'm getting older. And you just actually put on a little weight, and I put on a little weight. And I've been thin most of my life, and I'm still kind of thin, except for like in my stomach area. So start working out a little more. Nothing fancy, and I'm not going to a gym. No, I don't think anybody's going to a gym yet. But just to get the heart rate up, some cardio in the morning. See if I can lose a few pounds. I've been doing it on and off past month. And weight always fluctuates. So it's kind of up and down. But if I could lose 20 or 30 pounds, it probably wouldn't be a bad thing. So yeah, to get into a rhythm of working on my studio every day, so that I keep on top of incoming bills and paperwork. Um, and finally file everything I have that's loose around here. I just made a huge stack in my in my bedroom. I'll start going through that, and then whatever I keep, I'll scan and put it all on my computer and sort it out, so that I can focus on individual projects going forward and have everything accessible. Because it's just too much of a pain now to find stuff, and I'm not as organized as I would like to be. I'm really, I get in phases where I'm really, really organized, and it's been a long time. There goes my AC. Hopefully you don't hear it that bad. All right. So yeah, my sort of new method for my live streams is, if you have a question, you could post it in the chat, and I'll sort of answer it in my next video. And I'm going to see how that works out. Had a couple of people join the chat in my last video. It was Ronnie and Joe, going by their studio names. If I see you online a million times, maybe I'll remember your name. I've known Joe for years and years and years. Ronnie is a new friend, but he only recently changed to his studio name. But Joe said in one of his chat comments, he was asking if my brother helped me with my portfolio, and I was sort of telling the origins of myself last time. So I don't know specifically where in the timeline he was talking about, but obviously a lot of people know my brother Jimmy Palmiotti. He's my older brother. Well, all my brothers are older brothers. I have three. While I'm out in Kentucky, they're all in Florida. Only me and Jimmy are in comics. My brother Anthony goes by Tony. Him and his wife do book cruises, among other things. Then there's Victor, the oldest. He's sort of semi-retired. Works at an airport. I'm not sure if he's doing that right now or we'll be getting back to that. But he was. I went to visit everybody in January. So anyway, to get back to, did Jimmy help me with setting up my portfolio? Well, I did go to art school, and me and Jimmy went to the same high school. We also went to the same college because we were both into art and comics and a lot of similar things. And to get into the high school I went to, which is art and design, which is, I'm from New York, and it was in Manhattan, still is. Different location, different building, but still running, still going. Lots of known artists, comic artists, have gone to art and design. The other popular one is SUV. What is it? I even forget now. There's another one. Parsons, maybe something. Um, but yeah, to get into art and design was sort of like a competition because there's so many. At least when I went, there was so many who wanted to get into the school, and they could only take so many kids in any 1 year. So they wanted to see if you knew anything regarding art. And so I put together a collection of artwork I've done. And I asked Jimmy, like, what do you think they'll like? What do you think, I should not show them? And he just gave me sort of a critique on what I was going to show to school. So I think I might have changed one or two pieces with his helpful advice, and then I went there to go essentially show them my portfolio and sort of take an entrance test. And wow, I saw what the other kids had. There were standouts. There was like definitely a bunch of kids who were better artists than me and had gorgeous portfolios, but the majority of kids didn't seem to know what a professional portfolio looked like. There were kids that had yellow loose leaf paper with lines through it with drawings on top of that. And I was like, I'm getting in. If this is the majority of the competition, then yeah, I'm a shoe-in for sure. So yes, Jimmy assisted when I was going to high school in that regards. But I kind of think like, even if I went in with what I originally had in my portfolio, that I would have got in anyway. But maybe that's just me being, me being me. And other than that, I mean, he always gave me his 2 cents. We're working in the same industry. He started ahead of me. As I explained in the last video, it was sort of like I got in when I got in because he was working with Mark Texter, and he was like, "Hey, you want to help out?" And I was like, "Sure." Comics? Yeah, let's do this. And I helped out one night, and the rest is history. began working in comics. um, but yeah, like the job, like when I went over to Valiant, um, to work was because he let me know that they were looking for someone. And what I did there was, I was a background anchor. It was a very studio. Stop bleeding. Um, a very studio feel over there. One of my best experiences in regards to not necessarily what I was working on, although I was grateful to be working in there every day. It was an office in Manhattan, but they had everybody working there. They had the writers, the editors, pencilers, inkers, inking assistants, which is background inkers, me and a couple other people. Colorists, they were doing it with dyes by hand. It was like I had the best time there. But as far as the work itself, I only ink backgrounds, so I didn't stay there that long. I was there definitely less than a year. It felt like 6 or 8 months, something like that. But it was a great experience. I mean, I loved the studio feel of it, and where I could talk with the pencilers, and if I was working on that page, just ask them exactly what they were looking for and that sort of thing. But I met Cal Fury there, which led to me working on Aquaman years later. Sean Chen, just a bunch of great people. Joe St. Pierre, just talented folk. So yeah, Jimmy made me aware of that they were looking for somebody, essentially Bob Layton. Now, one of my favorite characters up at Marvel was Iron Man. So I obviously knew who Bob Layton was. Big fan of his work. He was he was more than a little hard to work with. It was very demanding, and up until up until recently, I thought it was more personal to me and my personality. That he was being a little hard on me. It's like, do better, Well, I mean, I'm a people pleaser and a perfectionist, and I wanted to deliver what he was looking for. But in the end, it seemed like all he wanted me for was inking backgrounds, and I wanted to do more than that. I was inking some independent titles in the evenings and weekends while I was working there, and we worked like a regular business, like 9 to 5. So, which was, like I said, it was freaking awesome up there. So I was only there kind of a short while. I had before I got into comics, I had a day job for around 10 years. It wasn't one job. It was like, a series of jobs at different companies and whatnot. But it seemed like every 2 years I would move up the ranks and work somewhere else. But so me leaving Valiant made sense, but I thought I'd be there a little longer. It was around the time that it might have been 94, 94 something, 93, 94, 95, something like that. It was around the time where they were doing Deathmate with Image, sort of a collaboration between companies, collaboration crossover event. And really at the time, I think Valiant was doing a little better than Image at the time. We definitely got our books in on time. Image was known for not exactly getting their books out on time, and to have an event where that sort of thing mattered. I remember Bob and a lot of the crew up there saying, "Oh, we're almost done with our book, and that book is supposed to come out next, but we're finishing up the book after that, so we're just going to deliver it on time, and they'll be behind." It's kind of funny. So I don't, I think the event could have gone over better if everything came out on time. But it was an experience. Yeah, this humidity. I'm thinking I want to work earlier. Earlier in the day. I'm going to have to shift my schedule. We'll see. I'm doing this now because I'm like, I can't go another day and not do a live stream or not have a video come up or whatever. I was almost going to just record it and just put it up, but I was like, let's see if this streaming thing works for me. Yeah, because everybody's going through tough times, and with COVID and definitely the death of that man because of the cops, that whole thing. All lives matter. I know we had some protesters in town a couple days ago doing their thing on Main Street. We have a solid black community here, so I expected as such. But yeah, so in regards to me inking traditionally and humidity being a factor, yeah, I'm trying to be very careful. Probably going a little slower than usual. I mean, it seems like I go slower if I'm recording a video. Like, I'm not so worried about being on camera per se. I'm in the gist. um, but I'm noticing, like, this paper is old. Like, this project should have happened years ago. So that might be a factor. It's like, even though I have the AC running, humidity is a factor. Can't do much about it except turn on my AC. It's pretty chilly at the moment with it on. But it goes off, and then a minute later it's a little humid again. So it's good that it's on at the moment. But yeah, it's like I've made so many plans and I had so many things fall apart within the last year. I mean, it seems to happen more often than not. And so the whole the title of this episode is Get Serious. Just like, maybe it's everything I'm doing or not doing or whatever. I kind of get the feeling that if I just focus on my own projects, that I'll do better in the long run instead of working with other people. Except I need a income while I'm working on my own projects. So it's that whole catch-22. So I'm doing the best I can, while realizing, things could definitely be better. I'm gonna like, one of the things I want to get into a daily habit with, which I was speaking about before, is trying to sell artwork more often. And I got just stacks of artwork. So one of the things I'm gonna start posting more about art for sale. Another thing is, I got a Patreon page. If you want to support me, $1 a month or $5 a month, to get extra perks. Which I'm going to focus a lot more on that. Is I was thinking of, maybe I'll do giveaways there. It would only cost the price of shipping. If you want some original artwork, I don't think anything I have is prime sellers as far as comic pages. Could be wrong. It could be one or two of the good things. But it's just random talking head pages and whatnot. But I think, I would have loved personally, like, when I first got into working on comics and stuff, to have some original artwork that I could put on the wall and get inspired by. And I'm kind of thinking, like, if you're in the U.S. and really, It'll cost me not so much to ship something out. Maybe I'll do free shipping in the US. I mean, right now I can't afford anything. I got too many bills. But somewhere down the line. But yeah, I just want to get back into a rhythm of working on the comics I got to be working on. And back into the rhythm of making my own artwork and posting it for sale online. I got to become more of a salesman. Sort of lacked in that department. That's really the biggest part of being an artist. You gotta sell yourself. And I'm used to still in a lot of ways the way business used to run, which is I would get gigs, make money, and they'd be more dependable because I was working for the big two or companies that paid on time, or definitely definitely paid, as opposed to working with a lot of individual independent guys, and money takes longer sometimes. Money is definitely like a third of what I used to make. Yeah, all that's not good. It's just put me in a hole. So I gotta focus on selling more of my own artwork. And I should be aware of what time it is right now. Let's see. I can't see shit from here. Thanks for hanging out, Salazar. Alright. No, that's not what I wanted. That go. Okay. Alright. It's just about coming up on midnight around here. When did I start? Quarter after? Yeah, it's not exactly an hour, but if there's any chance of me being on Jeff's show tonight, I should probably head out soon. Make sure to touch base with him. But yeah, I want to definitely come back. I've been meaning to do this for quite some time. I had some problems. Like I tried a couple of times, and the internet was working against me, and yada yada yada. But no excuses. Getting serious. I want to get books done. I want to get art done. Comics and art. That's what it's all about. Ba ba ba. And yeah, I want to. Excuse me. I want to get good again. I mean, really good. And the only way I'm going to get really good at stuff again is if I'm doing it more often. So that's my current goal. I'm not making long-term goals. I'm making daily goals of just getting work done every day. And that's all you really need to do. It's not a big magic trick or anything. It's just a matter of working on it little by little, keeping the skills up, improving, and getting things done. So yeah, I'm not sure like what the next batch of days will be like, but I'll try to come on when I can. And yeah, I got one thing I wanted to mention. I have an interview Wednesday night, the 10th, I believe. It will be 7 o'clock in the evening, Eastern time, and I'll be talking with my old friend from New York, Mark Torres. I'm not sure about what, and it will be on Zoom. I never used Zoom before, so that should be interesting. Hopefully it works. Not sure what I guess I'll be talking about me. He'll be directing the conversation. But one of the gigs I got currently is working on a graphic novel called The Chosen Few, which was written by Mark, and pretty sure we'll be talking about that. See if I can either one of us can show off something of that if he's up for it, or if not, because there's no set schedule on it yet. But yeah, I'll be talking with him, and I'll put the link into the video description, at least by tomorrow, if not tonight. And that would be good to talk with Mark again. I've chatted with him recently on Messenger, but it'd be good to talk with him in person, kind of, sort of. Find out about Zoom, because I know a lot of people using Zoom on YouTube stuff. So it'd be interesting to be a part of a Zoom conversation. All right. Yeah, so if you want to join, well, if you want to watch the call, you have to actually join the call. It's kind of weird. So that's what the link will be. Yeah, I made some progress. A little bit more, little by little. Get this bad boy done. All right, sorry. Let's see. So Salazar said, "Hey Peter, the heat can be a killer for sure. I'm the same way. I have a laptop and paper on the kitchen table, another laptop and desk in my room, and sometimes I'll sit in the living room and draw on the phone. Yeah, I'm all over the place. I need to organize everything again. Yeah, it's a constant challenge. But yeah, going on 45 minutes here. I see it now. So yeah, if you're watching this later, then thanks for checking it out. I do notice the light's a little spot on. Maybe that's a little better. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video. I'm going to try to be here daily. Like I mentioned, no set schedule, and more than likely it's kind of a work with me situation. But You know, I miss you, YouTube. I miss you. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care and be good.